Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Namah Parvati Padaye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsavesa, Sivam தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். எடுக்கும் மாக்கதை இந்தமிழ் செய்யுளாய் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட, தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ்செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள்ளிருத்துவான். உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கரியவன், நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலி வேணியன், அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான், மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவான். சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேறிலை, அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேல் தெய்வமில்லனும், நான்மறை செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர் திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே. தில்லை வாழந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்படைத்த தொல்லையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகையடியார் பதம் போற்றி, ஒல்லையவர் புராணகதை உலகறிய விரித்து உரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்தூர் செக்கிழார் அடி போற்றி. ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதார விந்தம் பணிவோம். பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோதயம் வந்து கூட்டிடுமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to the Periyapuranam Discourse series. With the blessings of the Almighty Lord Shiva, we are here to think through the wonderful history of Emirati Peyar Karaikkal Ammaiyar Puranam today. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of David Shekla Swamigal and also to the 57th Pontiff of Punamatti Kalyanapuri Adina, Sri Gurvasanidhanam, Sri Rajasarana Swamigal as well. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead and get started with Emirati Peyar Karaikkal Ammaiyar Puranam. Out of the 63 Nayanmars, the Karaikkal Ammaiyar is referred as a mother for all of us, including the Almighty Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva himself called her mother, Ammaiyar. That's how Swami called Karaikkal Ammaiyar in Kailash. And you would have seen in Shiva temples, especially 63 Nayanmar Sanadi, all the Nayanmars will be in the standing form. Only one Nayanar in sitting form, which is none other than Emirati Peyar Karaikkal Ammaiyar. She is the only one Nayanmar who is in sitting form of 63 Nayanmar. Anywhere, any part of the world we go, Shiva temples that are built by as per Shivagama rules, you would see this. So, let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Emirati Peyar Karaikkal Ammaiyar Tayar. Let's go ahead and get started. So, Karaikkal was a famous and prosperous city in Cholanadu. In Karaikkal, there was a very rich and famous merchant living. His name was Dhanadatan and his wife were blessed with a beautiful baby girl by the Almighty Lord Shiva. The couple named the baby girl as Punitavati, none other than our mother Karaikkal Ammaiyar. Punitavati, wonderful name. Punitavati Tayar showed deep devotion towards Lord Shiva and respect for all devotees of Lord Shiva, even at very tender age. The age when she started to learn the language, at that time itself, she started showing her deep devotion towards Lord Shiva. Punitavati Tayar recorded that in Arpudha Thiruvandari. பிறந்தமொழி பயின்ற பின்னெல்லாம் காதல் சிறந்து செவடியே சேர்ந்தேன். The love, the intense love for Lord Shiva started at the time when she started to learn the language, which is around 2 years old, 1 year, 2 years old at that time. So, Punitavati Tayar was praying to Lord Shiva, chanting Panchaksharam, providing services to the devotees of Lord Shiva right from a tender age. So when she reached her marriageable age, her parents started looking for an alliance, a better partner for her life. And then there was another famous merchant in Nagapatnam named Nitipati. He had a son whose name was Paramadattan. So Dhanadattan and Nidipati and other senior relatives of both sides discussed and agreed that Dhanadattan will get her daughter Punidavati married to Paramadattan. So on fine day, date of engagement finished, and the marriage was also conducted in a very rich way because both of them are famous merchants. They got married, but Dhanadattan and his wife loved Karaikkal Ammaiyar very much. They could not bear the thought of separation from his dear daughter and sending her away to another city because that's the life of a woman. When they grow up in their parents' home and when the time comes and they get married, they move away. Then they're part of a different family. Completely, they're separated. It's the life of a woman. So Dhanadatan could not bear that separation. So he made a humble request to Paramadattan and Nidipati that he would arrange a very big residence in Karaikal itself where the couple can live happily, peacefully. And they graciously agreed as well. So Dhanadatan arranged a separate, very big residence with all facilities for his daughter, Punidavati and son-in-law Paramadattan, so that they could live in the same city. The couple were living happily, and they lived a life of serving the needy and follow the dharma. One day, a few since Dhanadatan is doing business, a couple of other merchants came to see him, and they gifted him a rare two mango fruits. Said they told him, "Sir, rare two mango fruits, very good one. We just wanted to gift you." Then Paramadattan sent those mangoes to his wife through his servant from the shop. Hand over this to my wife. Tell her I will come and have them during the lunch. Then the servant went home. He handed over the mangoes to Punidavati Attaya and said, Paramadatana have sent him this with his mangoes and he'll be coming here for lunch to have them. And Punidavati Attaya kept the mango in kitchen in a safe place. And then when she was doing the cooking, she heard a voice of a Shiva devotee uttering the name of Lord Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Then she immediately rushed to the entrance of her home, and she saw a Shiva devotee, and he looked very hungry and tired. Punavadiya Tayar invited him inside the home. She gave him drinking water and asked him to be seated. And then she just finished. She just cooked the rice. She has not started with any curry and dishes, but she can't delay because the devotee seemed to be very hungry and tired. Then she decided to serve the cooked rice along with the two mangoes. Along with the mangoes, she decided we'll take one mango, we'll give it to Lord Shiva devotee because he needs to take the priority call. Of course, her husband asked specifically told the servant that he would be coming for lunch and make sure the mangoes are ready. But still, you can't compromise feast for Shiva devotee. Shiva devotee is top of priority. Feast, making sure that he has a good feast. Then Munirudya Tayar served the cooked rice along with mango fruit sent by her husband. Shiva devotee ate the food, mangoes, with full satisfaction. He took leave of her and blessed her for her generosity. Lord Shiva will bless you. He left home. Now, an hour passed by. Then, during the noon, her husband returned home. sat down to eat lunch. She served him the cooked rice, curries, and the second mango. First mango was already given to the devotee. Second mango fruit cut. She cut that into smaller pieces. And Paramathattan ate the food and he tasted the mango as well. Then he asked his wife, bring me the second mango as well." Then Punidavya Tayar was speechless. She was in a dilemma. How could she give something that she did not have in her possession anymore? She gave it to Lord Shiva's devotee. In the meantime, when a husband asks a wife something, a wife should give some best practices we followed in ancient times. So Punidavya Tayar did not know how to give her husband the mango, and she prayed to Lord Shiva to help her and help her. That is Uttradhatil Urdunayavaru Swami. That means she feels helpless, no one can help her except the Lord Shiva. She was just praying to him, "What do I do? Swami, what do I do? My husband is asking for a mango. I don't have it." Then immediately a mango appeared in her hands. She thanked Lord Shiva. And then she cut the mango into a few pieces and served it to her husband. Paramadattan ate the fruit, which was way, way better than the one he had tasted earlier. Of course, this was given by Lord Shiva. And then he told Pradevya Tayar, "It doesn't seem to be an ordinary mango. How did you get it? Do tell me the truth." Pradevya Tayar then she decided, we cannot just share all the blessings of Lord Shiva that we have in our life with someone else. It needs to be kept confidentially. But in the meantime, she cannot hide anything from her husband. That's also a dharma. Pradhyataya related to him all happenings of the day. I got the two mangoes from the servant. Shiva devotee came. He looked very hungry, tired, and I had not finished my uh, preparing the lunch. There was no curry and dish, so I used one of the mangoes to feed the Lord Shiva. And when you asked me, you bring me other mango, I did not have one. I just prayed to Lord Shiva. He gave me one, and that's what you have. Then he realized the mango was given by the Lord Shiva himself, but he did not believe her words. So she commanded her to get one more mango from Lord Shiva in front of his eyes. "I wanted to see," he said. So that question, the take of Paramadattan literally questioned the integrity of Punidavya. She's not lying. Punidavya knew unless she could get one more mango from Lord Shiva, she would be branded as a liar. She was just lying. Then she prayed to Lord Shiva. She did not ask him to give her a mango, another mango. She said, "Lord, you need to help me. If you don't help me, then my husband will have to conclude that I lied to him. So I spoke the truth. So in order to prove I have spoken the truth, that means you need to give me the mango." Another mango mysteriously appeared in her hands, Pradhyataya hands. Paramatatan was shocked to see this, literally shocked. And then he took the mango from the hands of Punidhyataya. Then that the moment Paramatatan took the mango in his hand, it disappeared. Paramatatan literally got shocked. Then he realized his wife is not an ordinary woman. He doubted her words, and Lord Shiva himself gave her the mango. She's very close to Lord Shiva. And she's not an ordinary woman. She's in the grace of Lord Shiva himself. Then he felt scared to have any further physical relationship with Pundivyataya. He started respecting her as a goddess, and they had nothing to hold them together. Then Paramadattan decided to go overseas to earn more money. It was a practice in those days to go overseas to do business, then come back home for money. In the meantime, then Paramathattan went overseas for business. Pradavayataya had no worldly attachments right from her tender age. And she was just waiting for the right time to get out of her worldly attachments and bondage. And she was constantly immersed in her thoughts about the Almighty Lord Shiva. Her devotion and detachment prepared very, very fast. Paramathattan successfully managed to earn more and more money overseas. Then he came back, but he settled down in in one of the famous cities of Pandya Kingdom, Kulasegarapatnam. It's believed that it's Kulasegarapatnam, but we don't have any solid proof in Periyapuranam. But it says it's a city in Pandya, not Pandya Kingdom, which leads us to believe Kulasegarapatnam. And he became very rich, and the local rich merchant from Kulasegarapatnam got his daughter married to Paramadatta. They were blessed with a baby girl, and whom Paramadatta named as Punidavati, and lived in comfort and joy. In the meantime, the husband that went overseas never returned home, and Karaikkal Ammaiyar was waiting for his return. The whole family was waiting for his return. Several years have gone by. He did not return. Then they heard the news Paramadattan got married and he's living with his family in Kulasegarapatnam. Then Karaikkal Ammaiyar's parents and also Paramadattan's parents decided to take Karaikkal Ammaiyar to Kulasegarapatnam and reunite her with her husband. They all went together, and Paramadattan heard about this. They have brought Karaikkal Ammaiyar over to where he is now living. Then he did not wait till they descended on him. He himself went to them with his new wife and beautiful daughter and fell at the feet of Pradavyattaya. Everyone got stunned. Paramadattan, what happened to you? How can a husband would fall at the feet of his wife? Paramadattan said in his voice, loud and clear, Punadavadiya is not an ordinary woman as you all think. She she has got she is more divine than we all think. She is blessed by Almighty Lord Shiva, and she deserves to be worshipped by all of us. There was no hope of reuniting myself ever with Punadavadiya. I worship her. And then everybody got shocked why Paramadattan was speaking like this because no one could understand. But Pradavadiyataya figured out okay, why he wants to keep away. And Pradavadiyataya never liked her youth or beauty. She just maintained only for the sake of her husband. She was like a Mahalakshmi in lotus, very beautiful. Then she prayed to Lord Shiva, my Lord, I have kept all this beauty and youth for my husband. He no longer needs me. He doesn't want to live with me. And I was waiting for him to return to do my Illara Dharma. He is not willing to accept me as his wife. Now it's the time to take away my beauty and youth so that I can become your full-time Shiva devotee. Start serving you. So please give me a spiritual ghost form, which means Shiva Gana. Should not confuse this with the standard ghost, usual ghost. Person commits suicide, he becomes a ghost and he disrupt the people who go on the road. No, it's not like that. It's a spiritual ghost, a Shiva Gana in a skeleton form. Then immediately Lord Shiva, luster, the beauty and youth of Punaviyataya vanished in a second. Then she got a glorious form of scary, a skeleton, which we call it Shivagana, Pegana, spiritual ghost. It looked like a scary skeleton. Normal people will get scared of it. They all, the farm literally scared the hell out of them and they all ran away. All the relatives of Punadeviyataya, everyone ran away from that place. Punadeviyataya lost her beautiness, youth, which she never wished for it. She always wished for the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Then she sang the wonderful Tirupatiyam, Arpuda Tiruvantadi, and Tirurettai Manimali, praising the glory of Lord Shiva. Her name, Punadeviyataya name, got transformed to Karaikkal Ammaiyar from there on. She was also known as Peyar. That's how Sri Sundaramurthy Swamigal praised Mother Karaikkal Ammaiyar in Thiruchitrambalam. Perumazhai kurumbarkum Peyarkum adiyen. Peyar means a spiritual ghost. Now, immediately, Peyar, Mother Karaikkal Ammaiyar, wished to get a darshan of Shiva in Kailash. And she went to Kailash. The second, and then but she did not want to defile the holy place by walking on her feet because all she could see was Shivlinga. Every sand particle of Kailash looked like Shivlinga for her. Then she walked on her head instead of using her leg, and she reached Kailash. Everyone was astonished. Who is this devotee? And those who happened to see her skeletal figure walking to Kailash on its head were both thrilled and amazed. Goddess Parvati, the daughter of Imavan, wife of Lord Shiva, Shakti, she got up, seeing Karaikkal Ammaiyar walking on her head towards the Kailash. She got up and then prayed to Lord Shiva. Swami, who's this devotee? It's amazing to see the love of this level. Then Lord Shiva replied, Parvati, the skeletal figure that is coming towards us is Karaikkal Ammaiyar. She takes care of me very well, as if she is my mother. வருமிவள் நமைப்பேனும் அம்மைகாள் உமையே மற்ற பெருமைசேர் உருவம் வேண்டிப் பெற்றார். The glorious form, she prayed for it. She prayed for it, and I gave her. Then Karaikkal Ammaiyar came close to Swami. Then Swami said, Mother. Swami called, Mother. Then Karaikkal Ammaiyar replied, Father. She said, Father. What a wonderful situation. Then Swami asked, What do you wish for? What do you want? One word, Karaikkal Ammaiyar, if she had asked him, I wanted to rule the whole world for 100 karpa, 1,000 karpa. You would have got it right away. Lord Shiva, along with Ma Devi Parvati, asking Karaikkal Ammaiyar, What do you want? And Karaikkal Ammaiyar sets up an example for us to follow. She said, Lord, give me the boon that I never take a birth in this world. And give me that level of love that would help me achieve that. Even if I take birth for some reason, I should never forget my devotion to your lotus feet. And I wish to sing along when you perform your Ananta Tanta. That's all. Thiruchitrambalam Swamigal composed a wonderful phrase of this request of Karaikkal Ammaiyar. Thiruchitrambalam, இரவாத இன்ப அன்பு வேண்டி பின் வேண்டுகின்றார். பிறவாமை வேண்டும் மீண்டும் பிறப்புண்டேல் உன்னை என்றும் மறவாமை வேண்டும் இன்னும் வேண்டும் நாம் மகிழ்ந்து பாடி அரவாணி ஆடும் போதும் அடியின் கீழ் இருக்க என்றார். So Karaikkal Ammaiyar asked Lord Shiva to get out of this endless birth and death cycle. In order to achieve that, we need to have an endless love for Lord Shiva. That's why she asked for Iravada Imba, endless love to your lotus feet. That will get me out of this endless birth and death cycle. For some reason, if you wish anything will happen. If you wish to send me to earth again for some time, you need to be born at your wish. No one can do anything about it. If that happens, I should not forget my devotion to your lotus feet. மீண்டும் பிறப்புண்டேன் மீண்டும் மறவாமை. I wish to sing along when you perform your Ananda Tata underneath of your lotus feet. Then Swami blessed Karaikkal Ammaiyar. There is a famous place where I dance in south, down south, Palayanur Thiruchitrambalam. Go there and then you can always sing along when I perform the dance in Ratna Sabha of Thiruchitrambalam. Karaikkal Ammaiyar Tayar prayed to Lord Shiva and then she came back to Thiruchitrambalam. It's close to Tirulur, Chennai. Thiruchitrambalam, when she reached the border of Thiruchitrambalam, she did the same thing. She walked on her head instead of her foot. Walked on her head. And because of this, when the three great saints of Shaiva Samayam, Trinyana Samanta Perumal, Thirunakkar Swamigal, Sundaramurthy Swamigal, when they came to Thiruchitrambalam, they didn't want to walk, they didn't want to place their feet on this holy land. They just prayed to Alangodu from Palayanur. And the reason was that because since Karaikkal Ammaiyar walked on her head in this holy land, we could not place our feet on this holy land. So they composed Tirumurais, Devaram from Palayanur temple itself. Karaikkal Ammaiyar sang Mootha Tirupathikam, Kongai Thirangi Narambalundu, and then Etti Ilavum Tirupathikam from Thiruchitrambalam. Wonderful Tirupathikam. It's called Mootha Tirupathikam because it was composed by our mother Karaikkal Ammaiyar well before Moor Mudlikam. So it's called Mootha Tirupathikam, first Tirupathikam. She sang the song Kongai Thirangi in Etti Ilavum. Ever since, Karaikkal Ammaiyar Tayar has been singing to the Ananda Tandavam performed by Lord Shiva in Thiruchitrambalam. Thiruchitrambalam Ratna Sabai is one of the 5 courts of Lord Shiva where he dances. Chidambaram, Gold Sabai, Golden Sabha, and Alangadu, Ratna Sabai, then Madurai, Silver Court, then Thiruchitrambalam. Thiruchitrambalam is all full of complete art. So Swami dances in 5 sabhas. In Tirunelveli, he dances in the court made of Tandra, copper. So Alangadu, very, very important temple, and we must go there at least once in a life. So if you ever go to Alangadu, you must go to Palayanur first, worship the Lord there, and then come to Alangadu. You can still see Karaikkal Ammaiyar singing underneath the feet of Almighty Lord Shiva, Lord Nataraja of Ratna Sabha. That's all about Imbrati Peya Karaikkal Ammaiyar Puranam. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். என்றும் இன்பம் பெருகும் இயல்பினால் ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளம் மூங்கிடம் அன்றுளார் அடியார் அவர் வான்புகழ் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவி உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஹரஹர நம பார்வதி பதை ஹரஹர மகாதேவா. சிற்சபேசா சிவசிதம்பரம் தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி. எந்நாட்டவர்க்கு மறைவா போற்றி. பிராட்டி பெய்யா காரைக்கால் அம்மையார் மலர்ச்சியடிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.